2, 1.
The Great Christmas Light Fight is on! Ho, ho, ho!
Hey everybody, it's me again, Brian Michael, your librarian, your resource for everything related to the Great Christmas Light Fight. And as you can see, I'm continuing my journey around the great state of Texas on my way to Oklahoma on my NOK Texas Xmas. And again, it's not just okay, it's Oklahoma excellent. And here we're still in Texas where everything is bigger in Texas and everything's sweeter in Texas. So we've heard of pecan pies, we've heard of everything else that's sweet in Texas, but the sweetest thing is standing right behind me, and it's Candyland Christmas. And if you're a Great Christmas Light Fight fan like I am, you should recognize this place because it was on season 11 of the Great Christmas Light Fight, and they were the champion of their episode. And not only were they the champion of their episode, they've gone to some of the minis and they've met other great Christmas light fighters, and we're about to meet the key candy maker here, as I call him, or King Candy, Brandon Brown, in a second. But as people are joining, start to get your comments in, ask your questions. And I can tell you right now, this place is not only beautiful and sweet looking, it is immaculate. It is immaculate. The installation is probably one of the best I've ever seen. And it's inspiring. It's inspiring. And I hope one day you try to go on a Great Christmas Light Fight tour and make your way out to all the displays I've seen, and definitely stop by Candyland Christmas, the Brown family Christmas display here in Wichita Falls, Texas. All right, I'm going to start to get into it so we can get into the fun part, because you don't want to just hear me talking. You might notice I have a hoarse voice right now. You want to hear the man, the myth, the candy maker behind this incredible display. And they're going to show you around in a second. So get them prepped, but you know, you can build a rainbow, sprinkle it with dew, cover it with chocolate, maybe a miracle or two. Who can do that? Only the Candy Man can. That's right. And Candyland can. And King Candy can. But more importantly, Brandon Brown, Mr. King Candy can. So let me bring Brandon Brown into the stage here. And
hey, everybody.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Brandon, awesome to have you here, my friend.
Great to have you.
I got to see Brandon a couple months ago, and I'm glad I'm getting to see him again. So we're getting people joining in, and we're here on day 3 of our OK Texas Xmas, and we're in Wichita Falls, Texas, which I was driving up from the south, coming from the Mock family display, which we watched last night. And it wasn't too bad of a ride, but I got close to Wichita Falls area, and on the outskirts of town, you might know, I saw Brown Road. I said, oh, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. They got the town named the street after him, but it wasn't. It wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Still a little bit further, but we are out here pretty far. We've come into town. We're off the road. The display's located, and I got to tell you, there's cars pulling by on the other side of us. We're facing the display. The road's that way. We're getting viewers here on Wednesday, and Brandon's going to tell us a lot about his display today. And I guess the first thing I want to know, Brandon, is how long does it take to put this up?
Well, I start on the 1st of August. And it takes me all the way until Thanksgiving night, you know.
So that's early for some. I mean, I'm a September starting guy, August, but I can see why. If you get here and when Brandon takes us around, he has these, besides the new light wall in the back here, he has these massive mega trees. He's got a ski lift that was not in his episode of Light Fight. He's got, of course, the Candyland track, which he's going to tell us how long that is. I just did some video of it before we started, and I was out of breath by the time I was done walking. So it's really, really awesome. Now, do you put this up yourself? I'm sure you get some family help, right? Tiffany, does Tiffany help you?
I mean, Tiffany helps him with a lot of the decorating and the behind the scenes stuff. But when it comes to actually putting it out here, I'd say it's 85% all me.
Oh, we got people honking at us. See, they like the librarian too, but really they like Candyland Christmas. No, I mean, that's how it is. Like in our display, it's a family affair. And of course, as your children get older, they go away to college. Congratulations, your daughter's about to finish up her first semester at college. And it does get tougher. And but the display still must go on. And
the community, they enjoy it.
It's for the community. It's for your hobby. And it's insane. Folks, wait when he goes around. He's redone a lot of stuff, because he's always trying to upgrade it. And he's already told me about some cool plans that he's hoping to pull off for next year. And I think it's going to be really cool, really cool. So before we get into some of the other meat of stuff here, again, get your comments in. We got people just starting to join. Want to say hi, buddy. We want to ask Brandon questions. And this is perfect timing because we got one more stop tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be at the Slankard Family Lights in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. And not only is that a night of an OK Xmas, Texas, right afterwards, episodes 3 and 4 of season 13 of our favorite show, The Great Christmas Light Fight, premiere. So I'm going to get to watch that with the Slankard family. That's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And it's going to really, we're going to get you pumped before the show. We're going to get you pumped up today. And it's really, really going to be cool. Brandon.
Yep.
I feel privileged. Two things. Kim and I arrived here a little while ago. And as we walk into Brandon's beautiful home, up on the big screen TV, our episode of Light Fight was on. And he says that was not on purpose. It just happened to be happening. So really
playing
fun.
it in the background.
Just playing it in the
Just
background.
happened to come on.
I was like, man, talk about making somebody feel welcome. That was awesome. I thought he would have been like me watching his own episode. And then not only that, Miss Tiffany made me feel special and made me the king of Candyland for the day. This is the crown that Brandon wore on his episode of The Great Christmas Light Fight. And he was showing me some other memorabilia that really cool. We were going to bring out the cape and all everything else. We were going to find Lord Licorice and everybody, but you know, it's just Brandon and I, and this is really cool, really cool. I might put it on again later. Maybe I'll sign it.
There you go.
Also got to see Brandon's Light Fight trophy, all lit up, high on the shelf, overlooking their Christmas display inside. And that's really cool to see that. Really cool to see different ones. And Brandon gave me a great fact here. He says we are the first Light Fight family to come visit Candyland Christmas. Yeah. So I know you're going to get others. You get a lot of traffic out here. On an average night, how many people do you think drive by, especially on the weekends?
On the weekends, it's usually, I mean, it's nonstop flow of traffic from open to close. Even sometimes I say I stop at 11, but if there's still people, I'll turn them back on and, you know, stand out here and wait for the traffic to stop. So
he's super nice, and he does let people, you know, park along the street, get up and walk along the sidewalk. There's a big divider between with the sidewalk. They go in the driveway. They can walk up the front of the house, and sometimes Brandon and Tiffany come out here and mingle with their folks. But really, really, really cool. Some of the things I'm excited to see today are some of the things that Tanya looked at, and you know, the first thing I'm going to talk about, it's Candyland Christmas. And I know you've mentioned this before in some past interviews, but where did your theme come from?
Well, you know, we've always done Christmas lights and, you know, always been really into it, but we wanted to do something with a theme we could build on. And my wife her favorite game growing up was Candyland. And we were like, oh, Candyland, it's colorful, you know, lots of characters, lots of things we can do. So let's go with it. Yeah.
And I will say it's super, super colorful here in person. And I know it does pop on TV. And, you know, you're thinking Candyland, does it tie into Christmas? And it really does. Brandon has a lot of Christmas trees around here, a lot of different things that are themed towards Christmas that also include the game. And just some really, really impressive use of lighting and structures and figures. So that's going to be cool to check out. So are you starting to get some ideas for questions or comments? I see a few in there. Let me pop in and see who we got here before we get into some of our next topics. Oh, there's a few people joining us, and we're pleased to have you here at Candyland. And let's just try to do them in order. First, we got Devin joining us again. Thank you for joining each night, Devin. And hopefully you're getting visitors at your night. I don't know if it's in your neck of the woods, but I know back home we were supposed to get a little bit of snow today. I don't know if it ever happened yet. I got to check back in. We also got a fellow Texan joining again. We got Ray from Northopolis, Wesalaco. Is that how you say it? We keep debating how to say it. I don't know either, but it's way down there.
Patrick would probably know better.
It's way down there.
He's the master of cities.
That's right, the master of cities. We saw that last night. Thanks for joining again. Speaking of Mr. Mock,
all right.
There's Patrick. He wishes he could be here. We wish you and Natasha could be here as well. And so does Tiffany and Cam. They're sitting inside, probably peeking out the window to see what we're doing. Or maybe they're watching. They're helping to get the views up. Hey, if you are watching the channel, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and follow as well, and then share the links to get other people to watch. We want people to see the work that Brandon does, and we want it to get out there. Thank you, Patrick. Oh, well, speak of the better halves. Kimberly Michael saying hello, fellow champions, and she is on the other side, right inside Candyland. She won the game. She got to go up through the castle chute and wound up inside, and we're glad to have her here. I know I'm glad to have her here. Then we got Brandon Reaver joining again from Ohio. He wants me to call him later. He's going to jump off to make a phone call. Oh, boy. We will call you later. We'll give you a try. But Brandon, thanks for joining, and hopefully you're getting some visitors tonight. Who do we got here? I don't recognize this name. Somebody new?
Oh, that's
Kobe
my wife's
Sims?
nephew.
Brandon's wife, nephew. See?
There you go.
See? Family supporting family. That's what we
right.
like. Hey, Kobe. I'm Brian. Nice to meet you again, and fellow light fight friend of this gentleman here. What's Devin popping up again? Snowing since this morning, so I'm here in I don't know, it was like 50-some degrees.
Yeah, it's like 50s.
I will say it was super windy today. We were kind of not necessarily worried about doing the live, although we might have had to pop it inside because of the winds. But I'm glad it calmed down, because I would definitely be disappointed if I couldn't pop the drone up here and get my own footage of the display besides the groundwork. So very cool. All right. As people join, please get your comments in. I see quite a few people watching. We got room for more and more comments. And let me get back to my other screen that I need to get to. Give me 1 second here. And Brandon, tell us about your life fight experience. Did you apply, or how did you get on the show?
I was nominated. I had a couple people nominate me. I think it was family, but I don't really know.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
And then, yeah, you have to still apply. You know, once you're nominated, you still have to apply. The experience was incredible. I mean, it's one of the funnest things I ever did.
I would totally agree.
The crew, the people, the whole process was just fun. Just like putting up Christmas lights. It's just a good time.
Now, were you did you make it on your first try?
Yes.
See, that's really cool. That doesn't happen all the time. And I know several other live fighters that had the same thing happen, made it on our first try. We made it on our first try, like I've talked about. We applied, we're alternates, and then a few weeks later, we made it onto the show. So again, season 14 casting is open. Go to lightfightcasting.com, apply and nominate somebody. And now's the best time to apply if you're interested in getting on next year. And don't doubt yourself. You're putting up a display, take horizontal video, and submit it at lightfightcasting.com. The application takes 5 minutes. You're really just getting in the queue. The casting associates will reach out to you, and they'll help you out. They'll guide you, and they'll get you in the process. But now's the best time, because your video's up and you can get crowd interaction and all kinds of cool stuff. All right, I got another question for you. How excited? So if you're not familiar with the process, you kind of find out your judge a few weeks after being accepted for the show, and you found out it was Tanya Nyack. What did you think about that? Were you like, oh, I wish I had Carter, I wish I had Tanya? What were your thoughts?
I wanted Carter. I mean, I did. Ever since I've watched the show, I've always liked Carter, and I thought he would be the one to, help me win because of my DIY. And well, we got Tanya, and I'm glad we did.
Yeah,
because it worked out.
And I always wonder that too. You always wonder, if you had a different judge and you were on the show, would the results be different? And I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's about the display and what happens again at the filming. Yeah. And I don't think it matters what judge was here. They would be super impressed, or were super impressed of what was there. So you had a couple other cool experiences with Tanya. So if you follow Tanya on Facebook, at the end of that year in 2022, when our season's filmed, the crew usually has a tradition of getting a end of season filming cake. And that happened here at Brandon's house. There was a picture of Tanya with it's a wrap cake. And he got to have cake with the crew and Tanya. That's really cool.
Yeah, just good old Walmart cake.
See, Walmart cake.
She just stopped at Walmart on the way and picked one up.
See, so that brings me to another debate we talked about last night, and we're not going to go deep in it, but Jordan Maywald, if you're joining in later, I know you have a party at your house, but Patrick's here. Walmart's more than lights, it's cakes too.
Yeah,
and by the way, Brandon has a great mixture of commercial, and he has some pixels, but he does use Walmart lights, and they look fantastic. So there you go. There you go.
I have some Walmart lights from 10 years ago, still burning.
Still burning.
And then I have some I bought 6 months ago that quit working on me. So
it happens. So that's why it happens. Let's see. One of the other things I find really cool is your Candyland sign. Is that the original one from when you filmed, or did you redo it?
I did redo it. That is a really interesting question. I feel like I had a different sign during the show. I redid it Last year, yeah. I redid it last year.
Yeah, because I think to me it looks different than on the show. It's super crisp, plain,
Before
bright.
it was full pieces of plywood, and it was vinyl like the track. You know,
Okay.
and I had the lights like the track, and then it was too heavy to get on the roof all the time.
So speaking of the track, I mentioned earlier, I took some pre-video to try to get down what I got to do after we're done the show, and I walked the complete track, filmed it, and I literally was out of breath when I was done. Brandon, how long is this track?
It's 256 squares, and each square is 2 feet, so 512 feet long.
That is long, 512 feet long. And it's pretty cool how he done it. He's talked about it before, and Brandon's talking about redoing the track next year. But he besides the structure, he has these vinyl shower curtains and lighting underneath. It looks really cool in person. It really pops when you're right in front of it. And have you ever had any kids try to walk on the track?
Oh, sure, yeah, a couple of times, and it's usually people I know, I think.
Yeah,
because they feel like, oh yeah, I know them. We'll get out there and walk on it.
I mean, we all experience that, but I thought it's real interesting. Brandon's perimeter light fence that he has, he loops it really low to the ground. And I said, how come you don't pull it up so to kind of make that faux feeling of a barrier so kids don't come in? And he said, they actually don't. He goes, and I had it up higher before, and they would just shake it and so forth. So he says it actually works pretty well. You're still going to get some people wandering in, but he says nothing's really happened. Nothing's really happened. Hey, get your comments and questions. Sorry about that, losing my voice. And we got some other exciting things. Brandon, one of the new things you did this year, and then we're going to get you going around for a little bit, was this light wall behind us. And I know you posted some pictures of that, but what can you tell us about this new light wall in the background? Some of the structural data, et cetera.
It's 36 foot tall from the ground. There's 4 foot sleeves that I buried in the ground, and probably 5 80-pound sacks of concrete on each sleeve. And so it makes it 36 foot tall. The strands are 24 foot long, so it gives it 12 feet off the ground, so I can still like drive under it, get my backyard and things. But I just really wanted something to frame, you know, what was there, because it was just darkness in the back. And I was like, I need something there. And this is what I came up with.
It's super impressive. And speaking of darkness, so we were at Patrick's last night, and if you didn't see this, if you took that wall away, it was kind of like Patrick's dark in his pasture. The 9 minute and 43 second mark, you have to go back and watch this. And if you're watching this, go watch it later. Patrick and I are spaced like this, and we started talking about Daniel Allison's grandmom passed away, season 10 light fight contender out of Florida. And as we started that, a shooting star came right through the sky, right between us. It was just really really cool. It was really cool. But I know the wall is impressive. I'm assuming you had to get a lift to do that, right?
Yes, definitely.
I heard Tiffany said he was up there like Spider-Man one day hanging, and she had to help him. No, that's not true. It's not true.
Sometimes I get in trouble. I've heard you got in trouble a couple times.
I did get in trouble a couple times, and usually it's back in the day. It was from buying more stuff and sneaking it in, buying more stuff, sneaking it in, and it's like, where'd you get that stuff from? So I know we all did that. Have you done that? Comment. Tell us if you've done that. So Brandon, okay, it's a Candyland theme. How did you feel about having to wear that costume?
Well, I wasn't real excited about it. If it wasn't below 30 degrees, it probably would have been a lot better. You know, it was literally a piece of felt, you know, mantle, not skirt. It's called a mantle.
Called a mantle? Did you have leotards on?
Yeah, and just spandex pants. That was it.
Well, you know? I'll wear the crown. I'm not going to wear the leotards. So, all right. Hello, everybody. We got fans. We got fans over here.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Hey, speaking of special days, so yesterday, like I told you, was the date of the anniversary of the premiere of Christmas Light Fight in 2013. Today's a special date for Brandon. Can you tell us what that is?
2 years ago today, our episode aired. Season 11, episode 3 on the Great Christmas Light Fight.
And that's when everybody in the world found out Brandon won. And he was up against some great competition, and you met some of them. Brandon did attend the Florida Mega Mini. For those of you that are not familiar with that, that's a conference where any of you can sign up. It's coming up this spring again. Look up FFM, FloridaMegaMini.com, and you can find that. And met a bunch of light fighters there. Tanya, the judge, was there. And he actually got to meet, with his episode of Audrey and Rodney Burton. Did you get to say hi to them?
Yep, sure did. Got to say hi to them. Good people.
They're great people,
Love their display.
I know. One time we got to get down there at Christmas and see that. Florida is one of my winter trips I need to do in season so I can go see some lights. So maybe I'll invite you. You come with me.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Hey, another fun fact. Brandon did tell me I'm the first past light fighter to come here to Wichita Falls to his display. So I feel privileged. I do. I really do.
Yeah.
And I can't wait.
I feel privileged.
He's just saying that. All right, Brandon, I think we'll check some comments, and then the people want to go see some of your stuff, especially your new stuff, or maybe stuff that wasn't shown on Light Fight that you thought should have been, or maybe something that's special that Tanya did call out and you want to show something about it. I know there's one really cool thing I mentioned at a ski lift. Wait till you see this. And I'm going to let Brandon pick where he goes. But let me check the comments, and then we'll get Brandon ready here in a second to go do that, because we got quite a few comments. And here's the fun part, me trying to figure them out. Here we go. Brandon's watching himself, the Brown family Christmas lights. It says Aunt. Hi, Aunt Connie. Got another one joining. Tesha Bell.
Oh, that would be Lord Licorice's girlfriend.
Lord Licorice's girlfriend. She liked that costume. What else do we got here? Got Devin saying something. He might be going to the Florida Mega Mini. Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's a great time.
It's a great time, great education classes. And look at the other minis up in the area. There's an Eastern Regional Lighting Enthusiast Mini closer up. There's the Ohio Mini. There's a bunch of them. There's the MALG, the Mid-Atlantic Animated Lighting Group, others. What else do we got here? We got Tesha saying, her residents came by last night. So do you get party buses and stuff pulling by, limos, any of that stuff?
Yeah, we've had a couple limos already. People saying they're coming, from 45 minutes away on a party bus. Want to make sure how to drive through and how to look at it.
Oh, that's cool. And she's actually asking, what's the light count? Because she's like the librarian here, knows statistics and facts, and she's got to tell those people the right information. Do you have a light count, or did you stop?
I quit. After the show, I was right at 500,000, and I keep buying them and putting them out. But I quit. It's so time consuming to count when you get to a certain point.
Yeah, and that's a common question. When you do a display like this and you get visitors, they ask, where do you store it? Oh, sorry, I forgot to take that off. Where do you store it? What's your electric bill? Are you rich? You get that? I used to get that all the time. Like, nope,
just irresponsible.
Just irresponsible. Yep, that's me. But hey, it's all for a hobby, and you could be spending money on a lot of other things. But anyway, it's not about the money; it's about the community. So, any special people from the community ever come out, like the mayor or township manager or whatever you got, or any famous Texas celebrities, or that you know of?
Everybody's been out here, but I couldn't point out one, specific special person.
If everybody was special,
nobody would be special.
Yeah. So for Brandon, everybody's special. And hey, I feel special. Hey, so let's get Brandon ready to go into his spot. So I'm going to pull the mic off of him here so we don't echo. We learned that. He's going to grab his phone, and don't I won't add you. You can turn it on, but I won't add you on yet. As you walk away, turn on the volume. What I'm going to do, the new commercial dropped for the episodes that premiere on Thursday. Let me play that real quick as Brandon, you go get into where you want to be. And when you're ready, just aim the phone on it. I'll get you on the screen. But let me go over here. Give me a second. And I am going to play. I just got this together as I got at Brandon's house. Here is the commercial for this week's episode on Thursday on ABC. Watch this, and I will be back in about 30 seconds.
Thursday.
It's like the North Pole!
There's no place like home on the Great Christmas Light Fight.
On Prancer!
And these houses are illuminating. 3, 2, 1. The Great Christmas Light Fight, new Thursday on ABC.
All right, that was really cool. It looks exciting. A lot of great houses. We'll talk about them in a minute. Brandon's getting into place. I think he's there to let me add him to the stage, and we will see if this works. There it is. Look at it. We're getting better at this technology every day. Hey, Brandon, where are you in your display, and what are you going to tell us about?
Oh, well, we're here at the ski lift. This was one of the first things I did after the show. I really don't know where I came up with the idea. I've always wanted to do a ski lift, and well, here it is. It took me 2 years to get it to work correctly. Lots of replacing parts and lots of learning, but that's part of the fun.
Can you aim the phone up at some of the gingerbread guys for a second? Just let us watch them go by. Oh, there goes one. How many guys you got on there?
There's 3 gingerbread guys.
So let's watch them turn around there.
Yeah.
Goes around the castle. Tell me this is not awesome. Tell me what you think in the comments, folks. And then it's coming down, and you'll see him pass another gingerbread guy or gal here in a second. Right there. There we go. Well, that's an empty ski lift. Oh, no, it's not. It's just a jangle here.
Oh, yeah. He's just pink, and the basket's pink. So
that is super cool. How long did it take you to build that?
It probably only took a couple months to build it, but like I said, it took me 2 years to really figure out how to do it and get it to work right. I started off with a wheelchair motor, and it just really didn't do it. Ended up going to a 1 horsepower compressor motor. And that made all the difference in the world.
Yeah, and you said you actually have a wind speed sensor on it to kind of shut it down when it gets windy.
Yes, I don't know if you can see it up there. Let me see. It's not moving right now because we have no wind, luckily.
So, folks, to put this in perspective, when he's showing you that high point when it goes up the hill, he can tell us exactly, but that's roughly 20 feet.
Yep, exactly 20 feet. Yep.
See, I know from my mega tree. Yeah. It is really, really cool. Hey, while you're over in that area, is there anything else worth showing on that side? Well, there's everything worth showing, but I'm trying to save your walking a little bit.
We could show this mega tree that's 32 foot.
32 feet?
Yeah.
Is that all your own design, or did you buy a kit from somebody?
Oh, no, this is my own design. I put a sleeve in the ground 3 foot. We use oil-filled pipe because it's really sturdy, and around here in Texas, we can get it super cheap.
It's super impressive. About how many light strings do you have on it?
There are 64 strands of 150 lights, and then I think it's 20 strands for the garland, and then like 2 strands on top for the star.
And that's what I was going to say. The garland makes it even more impressive. This thing is stacked when you see it in person, folks. I mean, it is a really tight mega tree. It's super impressive. And over the top there, you can get a better view of his Candyland Christmas sign from a different angle. That's really awesome. What else can you show us over on that side? Maybe some of the track, or what, is there anything over there? Yeah. Let's
walk up. Let's walk over here to the track. Try not to get taken out by the ski lift here.
Yeah, you went on gingerbread to kick you in the head. You might have to bite his foot off.
Yeah.
All right, we'll let Brandon get in the position here. Get your comments in, folks. Hit like, hit subscribe. All right, so this is only a small portion of the track on the one side, but that part was featured in Light Fight, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah. This is this house right here is actually where we had our introduction to Tanya, and where she set the player piece on the track.
That's where you gave her the game cards, correct? And
yes. Yep, this is where she set the player piece on the track, and it lit the whole display up. That was so awesome. How does your lights turn on? Did somebody have to hit a button on the show, or the crew, or were you able to do it with an app? Yeah, we had 2 people, 2 of our friends back in the back that turned it on and off for us. Of course, we turned it on and off probably, 20 times in the beginning. Most people probably don't know that. Very cool. Now, what I find interesting in your display, too, is you have a huge, what we call a dog walk where we live, where you have between the sidewalk, then you have the dog walk, and then you have the street. Yours is really wide. Why don't you give us a view of that and where people can walk? So this is impressive, too. Well, here we go. Where your sidewalk is? I mean, this is a big frontage road here. Yeah. There's the arch. Like probably 400 feet of sidewalk, I would say. Yeah, so the reason I bring that up is to show how many people could stand here, but also to give you an idea of how immense this display is. It is super wide and goes back to the light wall pretty deep. It's pretty cool. So I like that. I like how you did the, you get to see the track up the front and the longer track to the left, and you start getting display. Hey, why don't you show it up here? Look, can you see me over here? Look at this. There I am. Hey! I'm up in front. Oh. Hey, everybody. All right, continue to show it around. It's about you. I'm just proving we're really live. All right, what can you talk about here, since you got a straight on view of the display from a distance? Well, let's talk about Mr. Mint. He was the very first cutout we did 9 years ago.
you know, it started everything. Once we did that, we're like, oh, this is cool. We need to do some more. And then from there, it just grew.
So he's the very first one. So there's one Mr.
Yeah.
Mint. How many versions of Candyland are there out there? Do you know the actual game?
I don't know how many. There's at least 6 that I know of,
I
and
think
we
you told me
don't.
there were like 8 at one point.
Yeah, our version. We just picked our favorites from all the games, so it's not just one version. It's several different characters from different versions.
So this is cool. Brandon's got some guests coming by. Maybe he can ask them what they think about the display.
What do y'all think about the display? Do you like the display?
Yeah. So
Merry Christmas.
That's awesome. See that? They're famous now. They're on the librarian. All right.
You're famous. They don't know it.
So what are we looking at now? Maybe talk about your gumball, your main castle there, if we can see
Yeah,
it.
let me see if I can get into a better view here.
Yeah, go ahead. Take your time. While he's walking there, let me pop mine in.
Well, while I'm walking, the Rainbow Bridge is new this year.
Oh, that is part of the game. Isn't that like a shortcut you can win on one of the cards?
Yeah.
See, it's true to life to the game. You know, I did forget to ask you, is the shape of your board actually the track, the actual shape of a main Candyland game?
No, it's not the shape. I did what I could to fill as much in and make it kind of weave back and forth, you know, whatever I came up with, really.
Okay. Well, cool. We're getting you closer to your castle in the backdrop here. As you can see it, this is definitely was featured on the Great Christmas Light Fight. And I think you redid some of it this year, if I'm correct?
Yeah, last year we did some repainting. Honestly, we try and repaint everything like every other year. We'll paint characters one year, we'll paint the scenery pieces the next year. It's pretty much a constant year-round project.
I noticed right away, if you look at his gumball machine there, that the knob was spinning, and it was not on Light Fight, but it is now. So that's cool. Yeah, and I agree, Brandon. There is nothing here that looks like it's been used over the years and not maintained. It is super impressive, like I've talked about, and everybody has to get out here and check this thing out. What else can you show us while we're over there? You're coming up behind me. Maybe just different view of the roof there.
Yeah, can you see it?
I can see it.
The roof's a little different too. I made net lights with 8 by 8 inch boxes just to basically make it quicker to install the lights. Before I was doing like 175 individual lights on the roof, and now it's just 16 nets. So instead of 2 days, it only takes me like 2 hours.
Yeah, and the roof is like, I don't know how many's on there. It looks like thousands and thousands of lights. Hey, I got one that's crazy, and I don't know if we do it now or is it easy to get to, and it's up to you if you want to do it. Is there any way we could see behind the Candyland Castle?
Sure.
I think our DIYers would like to see that. Hopefully, you shouldn't drop out. You're on your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, and it's actually a little different. I don't know if they showed it in the show. When Tanya was here, I had a big wooden structure behind holding everything up. And like everything else, I've upgraded it to make it easier, because if I'm going to keep doing this, it's got to be quicker.
Yeah, you always got to find different ways to make quick. But I got to see behind this as we were getting set up today, and I just thought it was really cool. Like, hey, this would be cool to show. But I mean, look at the structural. And Brandon is not an engineer; he's just a guy who's smart and can figure things out. And it's super impressive. And it was 40, 50 mile per hour winds here today as we were driving down. Yeah. And it's still there. It's still there.
Yeah. It's come down on me twice. Not all the way, but I've had to rescue it a couple times.
Well, that's how you learn how to make it better. So
100%.
Super, super cool. All right. Well,
and here's a little behind the scenes of the light wall.
There you go. See that? So it's why drop lights below the fence line, loop them back up and use them. So I got to see that. Plus you can walk under them back there in the shop, which is one of his shops are right there. So really cool.
Yep. And the winch.
We're showing you stuff that you don't get to see on the show.
This is the candy shack, I call it.
This is the candy shack.
The entire display fits in there.
And it's a good sized shop, but it's amazing how this display breaks down. Well, we appreciate you sharing out. What do you folks watch and think? I think it's awesome. Brandon, why don't you work your way back here? We'll catch up again, and then we'll do a round 2 tour after we catch up on the comments here.
All right.
Maybe you could film some track while you're walking back.
All right.
Hey, folks. I only got the partial tour before I got here. I'm going to get a more tour afterwards when we do videos. We're also going to have some dinner with Brandon and Tiffany and his daughter. And we're going to bring Kim out here to take a tour of the display. And Tiffany's going to show us around, tell us her favorite things. But Brandon's working his way back here. Let me remove him from the stage so we don't get the echo. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. All right. So Brandon should be coming up behind me in a minute. And I'm going to start getting the comments ready as he comes around. And keep them coming in because we want to answer your stuff. We're probably going to go, folks, for about an hour, a little over an hour. We're at 35 minutes now, so we're going to try to get everything covered. But let's see what we got here with some new comments. I don't see Brandon yet. I hope he didn't. There he comes. You can come on in. Come on in. Okay. He was still filming that. I guess he didn't hear me say I turned him off. So we here, I'll put your microphone on here. Yeah, mute that. Technology. We're getting better at it. I can hear myself talking next to me. It's weird how annoying that is. But let's get some comments up here. Let's pop them up. Patrick Mock's asking for a comment. I'm gonna mic him up here. There we go. All right, Patrick, so cool to see behind the scenes. Hey, I got to see behind the scenes at your place too. It is awesome to see how different people approach a project, whether it's DIY or even how to hang a light string. Here we go. These are going to be our featured family tomorrow. The Slankards up in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Hey. Amazing. Patrick also says you have an amazing display too, but Brandon here, he wants to come up too. I'm trying to say, come on up, but he's got to work, What else do we got here? Oh, the Browns are saying hi to you. That's probably Tiffany on the inside. We got Robert and Lori saying again, where's the costume? I don't know if you heard, we talked about that. You missed it. I've been crowned the light fight champion and the honorary King Candy. We decided not to bring out the cape or the torch. Not a torch, but what do you call that thing?
The staff.
The staff, yeah, whatever you call that thing. And if you missed it, Brandon did wear leotards, and I said, I probably don't want to wear your leotards, but I would. Thank you for asking. What else do we got here?
Oh, there's my mother.
Hey, Mom, you should be proud of this guy. I know you already are. And they do an amazing job. And hey, curious, why not ask a question? Any inspiration? Like, did your family, when you were a kid growing up, do Christmas lights, and at what level?
Sure. My grandfather used to, where I got all the wood cutout stuff, he would make wood cutouts for all his kids every Christmas. You know, one year, for instance, the train up there, when I was 5 years old, I helped him cut that train out. And he cut, I guess, 4 out and gave them to each of his kids. And then the next year would be the Santa Claus that you see up there, or the tree that you see up there. There used to be a snowman, but someone stole it.
Oh, I've had stuff stolen
many years ago, which is unfortunate. I haven't had a lot of trouble with that.
See, and I find that cool. Not only the story of things put in display that bring back memories, but also, you know, you have the Candyland theme, and they're non-traditional Candyland pieces, so incorporating them, and they look like they're part of the Candyland theme, and the story behind them is great, and so cool to hear about how that was done. We got a surprise coming. Maybe we should block this here. Lori and Robert, you asked, and Miss Tiffany's going to say hi to us, but she's bringing us something, so I might as well get ready here.
Oh,
all right. Here we go. Miss Tiffany
put it on.
Hi.
Joining us, and she's going to make me the honorary King Candy. Oh, and you can't be a king without your staff. Do you know what these are officially called? Brandon and I are idiots. We can't. Is it a staff? What do they call this thing?
I have no idea.
I don't know, but
we're gonna have to Google that.
I declare.
I'll Google it when I get back inside.
I declare this family the kings of candy, and they've passed the throne over to me. I'm gonna have to get this on Kim when we get inside. Where's your costume?
Oh, I'm not getting my costume out.
All right. Is there anything you want to say before you go back in?
No.
I just want to
Thanks so much for coming. We've enjoyed it.
We are so happy to be here, and we did meet them at the Christmas Expo for the first time. So that's coming to Dallas this year, which is close by. So if you want to see Candyland Christmas, or at least hang out with the people, because the display won't be up in the summertime, come to the Christmas Expo. Look that up. Thank you for bringing this out.
You're welcome.
You may go. You may go. Hey, it's kind of warm now too. This is fun. I'm liking this. I got to take a sip of water. Brandon, do you walk around with this like as you're out here greeting people?
No.
No, he's never worn it again either.
As a matter of fact, this is the first time I've seen it since 2 years ago tonight. Or, well, I guess 3 years ago.
Oh, folks, what do you think? Robert and Lori, you better get some costumes for me for when I come tomorrow. Check that out. There's it's supposed to look like lollipops and candy. You know, look at that cool. Awesome. So if you're ever going to be on Light Fight, if you're a Light Fight hopeful, think about your costumes, think about your startup device, and this stuff can be in handy for later down the year. So, all right, Brandon, we're going to check comments here again in a second just to see what people are thinking. But your display is not fully a static display, correct? You do use some controllers,
yeah,
correct?
we do use some controllers. We're kind of in a transition period this year, if you would call it. I'm just going solid this year, you know, just a traditional static display. Typically, though, the Mega Trees will dance to the Candyland music, and I've got some player pieces. I've got an end game, per se.
Yeah.
Here in the next year to 2 years, this will play the game. You'll be able to watch it from the start to the finish. You'll see the player pieces move, the castle doors will open, you know, and somebody will win. That's my end game.
I'm going to have to come back when I see that happen. That is awesome. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking around too. He has some pixels in his display. His sidewalk that he walked down earlier, they're pixel poles. There's other different pixels. You know what I thought was cool? Maybe they'll show us around. And I bring this up because I was with, you know, if you saw Patrick's interview yesterday at the Mock Family display, he's known for his cities with his signs. And one of the challenges he was having was lighting signs or wind blowing signs. Brandon has these candy canes he made out of PVC, but what's cool is how he turned them into light posts. So next time he goes around, I'll have him show you one so you can check what it's out. All right, I'm gonna just sit this down for right now, but I'm gonna use it again later because it's so cool. Maybe I'll go marching down the sidewalk and wave to everybody. What questions are folks got? Let me see what we got here. Brown family saying thanks to Greg Pollock. I don't know who they are.
Because he said it was a scepter.
Oh, Greg Pollock. Greg, we missed that comment. See, there are men smarter than us out there. A lot of them. It's a scepter. We should have Googled or asked Siri or Gemini or ChatGPT. All right. And then Tiffany, since you came out, Tesha says, hi, Tiffany. She's a fan. What do we got here? Another fan of Tiffany.
Yeah.
Maybe she's in there getting my spouse Kim into one of the costumes. Can't wait. Can't wait. Slankards are loving it. Slankards are loving it. All right. What else do we got? All right. Get your comments in. I think we're going to do next tour. Let me get the back to my information here. Don't mind me without my glasses. Here we go. We got a couple new comments, but we'll get them in the next one. All right. We are going to have Brandon go around again and show us something new. I'm trying to think what we can do next. Maybe walk along the track here or show us some of your other favorite characters or some of the stops where Tanya had, or you can talk about the car when the car came and delivered the Light Fight trophy.
Oh, yeah. The canopy?
Maybe we'll give time, if he wants to, for Brandon to go inside and grab the coveted light bulb.
Yeah.
Or it's up to you if you want to show them some of that other memorabilia you were showing me. That's up to you.
Okay. Okay.
But let's first start around the display and let's play the commercial again for the upcoming episode. You take this microphone off so we don't echo. And again, we're going to replay it Thursday night, ABC, episodes 3 and 4 of Light Fight. Brandon, why don't you go to another spot? You pick. Let's check it out.
Thursday.
It's like the North Pole!
There's no place like home on the Great Christmas Light Fight.
On Prancer!
And these houses are illuminating. 3, 2, 1. The Great Christmas Light Fight, new Thursday on ABC.
All right. Sorry, I left that banner up there. Brandon's moving into place. Let me add him to the stage. We'll find out where he's at. He's wandering there. See, we got 2 of us there. And Brandon, tell me, where are you going?
Oh, well, we're at the track arch, as I call it, that goes over our driveway. I don't know if y'all can see it.
Can see it. It's very famous on your episode, especially from the drone views. And, of course, where the car showed up when you found out what happened, the results of your efforts.
Yep,
This is where they parked the car. This is where a lot of things happened, actually. You know, pictures with Tanya, the cake, as you talked about, you know.
Can we see the back side of that arch? Because a lot of people always ask about arches. I don't know if there's anything we could actually see, but it'd be interesting to see how you do the back side of your arch, if there's anything, or maybe something you could tell us about it.
Yeah, we welded these metal trusses together every 10 feet all the way down the canopy so that we could get these 35,000 lights on it. But if you can see, the track is a wooden structure, and then it screws to the metal structure. Oh, let's go horizontal. That's how you're supposed to tell.
I was going to tell you that, but I figured you were holding up because of the height. Tell us about your light canopy. How many lights are up there?
There's 35,000 on the light canopy, and I believe 28,000 on the roof.
How long is that canopy? It's pretty long.
It's 76 feet.
Whoa, very, very impressive.
And
cool to under.
Once again, all the poles, I have sleeves in the ground so that I can just slide the pole in and do away with all the guide wires. I used to have guide wires all over this yard. Every tree had guide wires. And I was like, I've got to get rid of some of these because it's dangerous.
Well, plus, it's nice. You don't have to pound things in. You just put them in, take them out.
Yeah, it's all about efficiency.
That's really cool. What else you got for us?
Well, let's go to these other mega trees.
Oh, show us one of those light poles I was talking about, your candy cane, and how you turn it into a light for a sign.
Oh, here we go. These are my candy cane signs. If I can get a good picture of it.
It's looking good. Maybe go down and pan up on it. There you go. So those are what, made out of PVC, you bend them with hot sand. But I think what's cool is most people put their spotlights on the ground and shine them up. You got it built into the candy cane. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you shine a spotlight up, it projects a lot of light. And I wanted something that would just shine on the sign and not take away from, you know, the light on the track or the light in the trees or anything like that.
Okay, cool. Now, you were heading somewhere else when I interrupted you. What do you got?
Oh, I was just going to say, if you notice, I have 4 30-foot, well, I have a 32 and then 3 30-foot mega trees. And then we have these 20-foot mega trees, and we actually did one the color of the local high school, the red and the blue. And then, of course, we got the red and the green.
Yeah, I'm looking around. I'm trying to count. You probably know offhand. How many mega trees are here? I mean, then if you add in all the trees, how many trees are here? There's a lot.
Well, as far as what I call a mega tree is anything that I've, you know, built over 10 foot, and I have 16 of those. I've got 10 10-footers, 2 20-footers, and then 3 30 or 4 30-footers. One of them just happens to be 2 foot taller, but no one ever knows.
There we go. We were looking at your ear. We didn't see the trees, but you got a great ear there.
Oh.
There we go. Now we can see them.
Yeah, and we try
one, and it takes a long time. So impressive.
And we try the smaller mega trees they're supposed to kind of be the color of the scene. You know, we've got the purple tree to go with Plumpy.
Oh,
and you know,
well, that's really cool.
You've got Frost Queen, which is my youngest daughter's favorite. She wants me to do an ice skating rink out here next year. I was supposed to do it this year, but
yeah, they sell that glick material. It's been used on several past light fighters. I don't know where you get it or how it works, but that's really cool.
Yeah. Anyways, you can start from the beginning. I don't know if anybody noticed that yet.
No, go ahead. Tell us.
You'll see you start from the beginning. There's a start point, and you can follow the track around. Now, the characters are in order of how they are in the games. There's just the track's not necessarily the same layout.
I didn't know there was an order to the characters. I thought you draw your card and you kind of pop around.
Yeah, I mean, they're just, you know, the characters are just kind of just laid out along the track. So.
All right.
We could talk about the light poles.
Yeah, let's talk about the light poles.
You're probably getting a pretty good look at them. These are actually all.
Where you incorporated pixels.
Do what?
This is where you incorporated the pixels I was talking about.
Right. These are all, and they're all 12 volt. They're just static this year. Maybe here in a couple of years, I'll make them non-static, but they came out really good. They're bright. These are some of people's favorite things when they come. And I probably have 62 12-volt transformers to run them all. There's 115 poles.
Holy moly.
I was going to do 186 this year, but my wife was like, we're not doing 186.
Super cool. I love how you incorporate other technology into it, and we're getting comments about some of that. We got some people that do pixels joining in. Very cool. Why don't you head back up here? We'll answer some comments. We'll talk a little bit about the upcoming episode of Light Fight. Maybe you can show us your trophy if you want, and then we'll get people on their way here. We're at 50 minutes. I said we'd go about an hour, hour 5, hour 10, whatever. But we're really cool to have it. Well, I got a mech. Let me remove Brandon from the stage there. There you go. I removed him. So while he's coming, it's so fun to have all these props. I did put the cape down for right now, but I might put it back on. There you go, Brandon. Let's mic you back up here. That was cool. So we got any other questions? Let's get them in here. And I did see somebody join in. I want to say hi to, because they can appreciate pixels. This is he goes by Griswold on his page, but Steven,
okay.
Wonderland of, I always say this wrong, Steven. I think it's Temuco Lane, does a great pixel light show. And also he runs one of the forums where a lot of people post things about Christmas stuff. And it's a fun group to belong to. Patrick Mock still listening in, saying the canopy looks amazing. It is. It's really cool. It's like just a different take, I would say, for those that do arches. If you don't want to do arches and do something different, the canopy works and you can keep it open on the sides and still see the display. Clayton saying, and all newly done. Oh, is that your the poles?
The light poles, yes. Yeah. I've had them every year, but they were getting to the point where they didn't look as good. So I was like, I'm going to make all new ones.
And Tiffany did say he's working like all year long on stuff. Is there anything you're working on right now that's actually not going to make it this year, but it's for next year, or you kind of got a little lull before you start?
Yeah, definitely. I've already started building a couple of controllers with servo dogs that I'm going to use to open and close the castle doors and move the players. I've got it out here, and I'll get it working before the season's over. So come next season, it's ready to go.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. In a way, it's a traditional display, despite the theme, but there's a lot of technology behind it, and I think that's really cool. There is music playing in the background too. It's a great place to visit. We're getting lots of cars lining up out here right now too on a Wednesday night. All right, what else do I got? Yeah, always has ideas for new stuff, so we just talked about. All right, I think the next thing I want to talk about real quick, because we're getting close, but it's worth noting because we want to make sure if you're interested in the Great Christmas Light Fight that you watch it. If you didn't know, it's on. So episodes 3 and 4 are coming up, and let me just pop this up like I did the other day just to remind folks. We do have some new families appearing, and Tanya kicks us off at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. We have the Hack family out of New Jersey. We have the Paul family out of California. They just visited Evelyn Quintero, who won the Great Christmas Light Fight with her Peaceful Meadow. They just visited her this week, and she sent me a picture of it. So that's really cool. And don't mind me if you see me here. Oh, and then we got the Riera family out of Arizona with Santa's Castle. So got those 3 families going up. We're going to get to see how that goes. And then immediately afterwards, we got Carter with the Martin family, which is an igloo-style house that his family built that they live in. So that's unique with a big display around it. That's in California. We got the Horn family out of Virginia with a very cool pixel display, but he's kind of like a Dave Castle display from the past, if you remember them on season 10, techie in the front, tacky in the back. That's not his theme, but he has both elements in there. And then we have the Vistali family with a lot of wood cutouts, also from California, doing a Disney themed display. So those look good. Tell me, what do you think? Did you get to watch the first 2 episodes?
Yes. Yeah.
Any favorites if you want to be called out, or
I mean,
or what did you like?
I really liked all the trains. That was cool.
Trains would be cool. Could you imagine if trains were running around 500-foot of track here? That'd be pretty cool.
Imagine maintaining all those trains during the season.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're outside stuff.
Yeah.
And the swing. He had a swing, too. Imagine people swinging across the Candyland Christmas. I better not mention that because Tiffany say Brandon will make that happen. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. Everybody was deserving. And, I think it's really cool. I'm really excited to see what's coming up Thursday. Going to watch that at the Slankard families. So, again, Thursday, which is tomorrow, going to do a live from the Slankards. I haven't posted it yet. I'll post it either tonight or tomorrow morning. It's going to be, I want to plan at least an hour. It's probably going to start at 6:30 Central Time because Light Fight will start at 8. Then we'll watch Light Fight. I'm going to be visiting their display. I'm going to talk to the Slankards. They're going to pop in. Don't know if any other special guests will come, so that'll be fun. Yeah. All right. Let's get your last kind of comments in. And I don't want to put Brandon on the spot, but do you want to show your trophy?
Let me go get it.
You get it, and I'm going to play a video while he's walking around. Don't go anywhere. I just want to give him time to walk up. Let's just watch. Let's watch my hype video that I've been playing for season 13. Minute 20. I'll be right back.
How are we going to get this started?
The Great Christmas Light Fight is on!
You are the champions of the Great Christmas Light Fight!
You guys are the champions of the Great Christmas! You just won $50,000!
A Great Christmas Light Fight trophy if it didn't do this! Hit it, Santa! Merry Christmas!
All right, Brandon's almost back. Just wanted to hype you up again. That was a hype video that I made personally using clips that I found from the different displays when I learned who was going to be on the show. Some of it was some of the commercials I incorporated. But if you remember that video that I just showed, you saw some clips that you will see of some of the families coming up on Thursday. And I'm curious to see what their start devices are. I'm curious to see what their costumes are. Curious to see their displays. And more importantly, curious to see their families and hear why they do what they do for their community. So I see Brandon coming up over here. He's taking his time. We don't want him to trip. We don't want him to trip because this is a precious thing he's carrying. Two precious things. So he's back. So here it is. We got it here. I'm going to get in here because I can turn this into a picture later. There it is. The coveted Light Fight trophy from his episode. Then you want me to hold this up for you? And then this isn't cool. I did not get a chance to do this. So all the pictures I take, Brandon has a picture with the crew signed by all of his crew members. Talk about how cool that is. I'll zoom it in here a little bit. Matter of fact, I'll give it, sorry about the reflection on there from the light. How cool is that? I got some pictures with our producer and associate assistant, but not with the whole crew. Can I hold this bad boy?
Yeah, you sure can. You know what it feels like.
I never held one of these before. They're pretty heavy. By the way, the hype video I showed, that scene where Tanya says it won't be a that's from actually our episode. You can watch it on Disney Plus like Brandon was when we got here. Dude, this is awesome. And I should know which trophy number this offhand, but I don't because I didn't look to remind myself. But you were in our season. We were trophy 77 and we were episode 6. You were episode 3. So you'd be trophy 74. I'll confirm that for him. But it's awesome. It's cool to hold one of these, and I'm sure he shared it with his community. He has it displayed proudly, and I appreciate him letting me hold it.
I do leave it out all year, though.
I put ours away.
Saying that you put yours away.
I put ours away. Hey, I'm getting back in gear. I'm getting back in gear for this because, you know, I want to be the king next to the trophy. There you go.
There you go.
It's the best you get. Say it fell off. Dude, congratulations on this.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Congratulations to you.
You know, any of you can earn one of those as well. I don't want to step on your costume here. Sorry. But hey, this is where we're going to recap it. I again appreciate him for sharing this picture. It's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah. Great crew. Trying to see if I had any of those. He had Ann Hill, who Charlie Byers interviewed on Christmas on Crestline. Look that channel up on YouTube in addition to The Librarian. And you can see who his producer was, and she can tell you all about how she does the show. It might be interesting, especially if your family member's watching and you didn't know that. Really great. Really great. All right, we're going to check on the last comments here. We're going to wrap this up. We're exactly at an hour right now, which is what we've been trying to keep them at this week. Brandon and Tiffany have been great hosts. You've been great guests. Let's just make sure there are no final comments. There's only a couple in here. We still got a lot of viewers, but only a couple comments. Your family really loves you, man. They're giving you all the comments. Don't forget the narration when you drive by. What's that?
Greg is actually the one that is the narrator in the story.
Oh, so you were talking about, you said you didn't have that planned, but you have the Candyland
Which
theme.
I've, just paused this year because I've,
trying to do something different.
Got plans and I'm adjusting the audio on it. But yeah, he's my narrator.
Awesome, awesome. Clayton saying, oh yeah, Clayton was Lord Licorice.
Yeah,
Lord Licorice. Hey, I want to wear that costume. Maybe next time. It's great that you came here. I wish you didn't have to work. It would have been great to have you by, but thank you for helping your friend do what he does. You did a great job when you were on Light Fight. And I don't know, does he have his own display or?
Yeah, he does a little stuff, but I think the problem is I take all his time, so he doesn't have time for his own display.
No, but that's awesome. I mean, it's great to have friends that help you out and support it and understand it. Another cool here, for what it's worth, got Dan William joining. You might not know Dan by his screen name, but that is Dan from the Uzaki family that was on our season of Light Fight. He had the Nintendo video game theme.
Okay. Yeah.
And now has a commercial drive-through called Glow in New Jersey, which Dan invited me to come out and do a live from there, which I will do sometime before we get to the holiday season or in between Christmas and New Year's. I'm not sure yet. We'll schedule that with Dan. And thanks for joining, Dan. And here we go. We got Steven logging in as Griswold D. Richburg. Yeah, he runs one of the Christmas groups I was talking about, and it's fun. He's a great person. And I missed him. I didn't go to one of the minis this year. I think it was South Carolina that I wanted to go to, and he went to that one. I was hoping to meet him in person. Who else do we got here? Sean looks excellent from your Kansas family. That's right. Is that who you visited when you went to Christmas Expo last year? We met Brady Cannell.
No, a different family, but me and my wife both have family in Kansas. So.
Okay. Yeah. So for what it's worth, Tiffany, and I didn't mention this, we met Brandon and Tiffany for the very first time at Christmas Expo, which is a trade show and educational session that's coming to Texas this year in 2026. And that's where we met them first. And they came out to be on the Great Christmas Light Fight panel. And who else was there besides Kim and I? Brady Cannell, one of the executive producers of the Great Christmas Light Fight. Fun fact, when you apply for Light Fight, you do, you submit all your video clips, and then the ABC casting team puts everything together and they submit it to ABC executives. You get picked. We never get to see that video. And I asked Brady about that when he did a speech to everybody attending the conference. I said, we never get to see that. Actually, he had the Brown family's submission video and played it for us, played it for everybody that was there. It was cool to see that 3-minute clip. He didn't give you a copy though, did he?
Sure didn't.
No, and I've never seen mine. I've never seen mine. They don't show us that stuff. All right, last couple comments. Hey, Sam Finney's joined us, another Light Fight champion from Arkansas, and celebrating his 40th year.
Yep.
And he also had Tanya as a judge.
Oh,
so
awesome.
He's another Tanya fan. Thank you, Sam, for joining in. What do we got here? Display looks good this year.
Yeah.
Do you know this person? I don't know,
Sure
Karis.
do. That's a friend of ours.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Karis. If I said that right, if I didn't, I apologize. Sam again. Oh, it's a great show. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Got Clayton chiming in again. Sent Brandon a pic of my little bit. I put it up. Okay. He'll show it to me later.
Yep, I'll show him.
All right. I don't want to miss anybody out here. I'm going to scroll up these comments one more time. I think I missed this person. Emsley Sullivan. Sorry, I'm getting thirsty. Always come and see your house. It's so beautiful.
Well, thank you.
It sounds like Tiffany posted this on your page. It sounds like you got a fan watching. Did I get this one? Oh, yes, we did get that one. Okay. All right, Brandon. I think, we wrapped it up. Again, I want to thank you for being on the show. And I'm looking forward to having dinner here with you folks here in a minute and hanging out and talking more about display. I'm going to get some video I'm going to bring my wife Kim out to do a tour around the display, and we'll join you again tomorrow with the Slankard family out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Look for my post on the Librarian YouTube channel. Look under the live section. That's where you'll find the link. And we thank everybody for watching us tonight. We thank everybody for coming out and supporting the Brown family and seeing their display. And we appreciate everybody supporting the Great Christmas Light Fight and making sure it comes back for another season. So with that, I think I want to play the outro video, and we're going to wrap it up here.
All right.
You ready, man?
Yeah.
All right. Folks, thank you from Brian Michael, the Librarian, and follow the channel, hit like, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good night.